Hey, so I came to this amazing place. There's a reservoir. It's incredible. It's down. I passed it. Now they lowered the level on it, right? So I'm looking across it. Like, let's pretend like that's the reservoir in there, and I'm looking at the tree line right there on the other side of it. It's much bigger than that area, but. And all of a sudden, right in the middle of it, because it came down, you can see all this like work, like structures, and then there's a parallel across the top. I think it's like waterfront property for them over there. So I'm going to try to walk over in the woods over there, I think. Here's the problem with this area. I would even tell you the name of this because it's so incredible. And I would love to have someone, you know, if anyone ever wanted to come up, you know, or just on their own to go have a great place to camp, this would be it. You know, I'm seeing, you know, it's tough when you're looking at dense forest, but I'm seeing, you know, like leaners like that. See those leaners? Boom, that tells me that might be a good spot. And it could just be wind that blew those over. But I don't know, not typically in a deep, dense forest like that. See how they're exactly the same, even though they're 100 feet apart? They're leaning exactly the same way. You know, it's not a surefire thing, but it's a great indication that that's not a bad spot. And I love that it goes up to tree line. But that's not where I'm going to go in, I don't think. I'm kind of just riding around this dirt road. I mean, everywhere I look, that's the amazing part about this. It's not like I'm giving up a spot here. You know, so I'm happy to help with that, you guys. Anytime, if you're coming out to Colorado, you want to camp, you want a good place to go, just ask me. I'll hook you up with a place where you can camp, where, you know, Bigfoots will just come right up to you, you know, every night. You know, if you don't feel comfortable on your own, you know, you can always work out a trip with me. I do just a couple here and there. I got Chris coming out. I got another guy coming out from Robert's coming from California with his son this month, and his son has, I think he's 22 years old, but he's a high functioning autism, so that should be interesting to have him, you know, just to see, not the autism, but to see how that jives with Sasquatch, see if they give him any extra attention or what. So that'll be fun just to have those guys here either way. He's really excited from what I understand, the son, so me too. Can't wait to see those guys. All right, cool. So I just want to do I went through this. This was a ridiculous rain shower. I got soaking wet. It came across here, and I was driving up, and I was just, oh man, just enough to get me wet. So I'm a little damp, but no big deal. All right, let me see what happens. It's like I said, the tough part here. I saw so many signs coming in. I'm about 10 miles up this dirt road from the closest town, and then you're 30, 40 miles to Steamboat, which is really the only town close to here. So I'm a good 40 miles to Steamboat and probably 60 to 50 to Vail, maybe 60. So I'm like kind of in between. There's nothing out here. This is the only forest out here. Otherwise, if you go down any lower, it's like a desert, you know? You get that real dry, like spaced forest, and there's nothing in there. This looks good to me. So let's see what happens. All right, so there's the reservoir. My first clip, I was way up that road on the other side, about 3 or 4 miles. And then when I came back, I was going to show you from over there the woods that are down that way. But it was raining again, and I just decided to park and come in. And it's just not too bad. But look, I mean, right away, it's a great sign for me. Great sign. How it like meets the top. Let's see what we got here. These woods look so good from outside, even though they're not really showing much. Blatant. I see X's up there. You can see stuff in the air too. See? I'm not going up there yet. What I want to do is get to the middle of this reservoir in these woods. And I think this is a person trail right here. And as you can tell, well, as I can tell, looking 100 feet, 200 feet up, it's extremely active in there. This is good, okay? Because I'm high up. Like, I come up here, I've been here a couple times just for a ride a few years ago. I've never been here in a Bigfoot aspect. I think I was trying, you know, like, but I had no idea what I was doing. Like, looking around and didn't know where to go. All right, so that's the end of the human right there. You can tell people walk up. There's a place you can pull over. But it's not very attractive compared to the rest of the spots where you'd want to go hang out. For me, it was the best spot. That was the easy way, but I'm seeing stuff up here. I want to see what's going on before I turn the camera off. Love to get some action today. Oh yeah, this is them. This almost looks like a snow situation, but I don't think so. Because I look at that one right there, and that's theirs. There's no doubt about it. So that's a good thing. This forest is perfect. See the parallel? I'm telling you, I think I spotted something really cool. Because the water, I would never have noticed, except they've drained the reservoir, or they've lowered it. And I could see something going on down that way. Man, this goes on forever. I'm really excited. It's a funky looking tree there. Look at that, it literally has 1, 2, 3 other trees coming out of it. They're branches, but they're technically trees now, I think. Cool, give me a minute. That's interesting. It's hard to see, but if you really look, pause it, and you'll see that all of these things were put in there. See, even that one up top. Got the same thing here. Interesting. You know, and of course there's like a walkway right up to it. I'm really curious. I almost wish I didn't see that by the lake, because if I just went up back there when I first came in, it would be a lot easier. Now I gotta really go uphill after seeing the spot. That's what I like about this reservoir. Like, here is untouched. Over there, you know, there's like a road and a dirt road, and people camp. What's amazing is how far it is to get here. It's 10 miles from this little. It's not even a town. There's a gas station there. Look at this. Guess I'll follow their lead. I always look for the footprints, you know, right before something there. They got a shorter winter here too, so I was really curious. I'm checking out. Okay, here's a good spot where I can walk up. I kind of wanted to go down where it's muddy around the reservoir, but I'm guessing they didn't just blatantly leave foot tracks all over, but you never know. Yeah, I want to go up that way later. Okay, now I'm closing in on that spot, I think, and I'm already seeing signs, so this is good. And everything looks kind of weird. And I'm going straight up the hill. Had to get out where any potential humans come into occasionally, which I think I did. And uphill we go. Give me a minute. Alright, cool. Check out this wallow. Right above. I think somewhere in there it is. I can't see it. But I got like bends. Man, that's a real mess in here. Like, it's just everywhere. But then there you get this inside. You get an X. There's a lot of like kind of X's. X there. X there. Of course, whenever I get near their spots, there's mosquitoes always. I love this, you know. This is the one place people don't come to. And here it is. I saw plenty of other stuff too, where they, right near where people are as well, but I thought this would be the best. You see this? They marked all the way to the reservoir. It even goes out into the water. I wish I could have filmed that from the other side. Oh, they're just like, ow. Just got bit on my temple. I tell you, you get into their areas and it's crazy mosquitoes. I don't know if it's because of what they do with the wood or it has something to do with them or the areas they like. Look at these wallows in here. This is insane. And yet there's still, no matter what, a path right through all of it. You know what's cool about this is, like I say all the time, every place I find. By the way, guys, this is the furthest away I've ever been from where I live. It took me an hour and 25 minutes, hour and a half to get here. I mean, and that's moving. Like, you go up this road called 131 and it's just open, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And I don't know why I came here today. I could have went somewhere better probably, but I have to look at new spots for some reason. I can always go back. These other places I want to continue. I don't believe what we have seen is it. And I want to find what we haven't seen yet. I got some more clouds coming in. Great. Path. Look at that. It just started right there. It looks human, but it didn't. It's not, I mean. Look at this. That's not game either. See how they have the... I know trees will fall across it, but it's not those. It's always a special kind of tree. So I can't see where that spot is yet. It's way downhill, so I don't want to really... I want to go up that way. I just wanted to see that spot. It's kind of weird. Look at that. Here comes the rain. Darn it. I don't really have a hut or a wigwam available yet. There's a big X right there, facing this way. This looks really good this way. What the heck is that? Just a big pile of like, whatever. This looks really good. Look how dark that is. Alright, I got rain coming in. Darn it. I'm on a motorcycle, you guys. I have to walk in here. This is it. August is like the best month ever up here. July's not too bad, but I think August and September, October, like that's when I've seen the big one. Well, it's not true. July was the first time, and then I got some up close and personals in, was it November? Right before the first snow. This is really good in here. Give me a minute. I gotta find a place to get this big rainstorm coming. Yes, it is hailing. There's always something, isn't it? Like every day I go out. It's, I mean, not, whether it's a Bigfoot or not, there's something besides Bigfoot that's going on. Whether it's just something happening, a hole, a grave, hail in the middle of the summer. Which actually, I'm pretty high elevation here, so not too far above me, it's probably freezing. Man, I'd rather it be hail, because I got thunder right above me too. This is where I am. It's my rain cover. So far, so good. I'm getting a little wet. I just hope it passes. All right, let me go. My camera's getting wet. All right, that blew over. That still looks like it could happen again, though. There's like a track. Like if you go that way or that way, about 10 miles, it's beautiful. It's just right here. Yeah, they say lake effect. Maybe it's reservoir effect. I don't know. Something to do with the altitude and all the moisture in that lake just draws these clouds right through. That's my guess. I don't know. Check this thing out. I didn't even notice half of this until I'm like, wow, they sure block it, but I show you guys this stuff enough. But look at that one. I don't know if you can tell how big that is. I mean, that thing is just like huge, right? What do you notice about that? It took me a second. Usually I notice, but it's going uphill, and this is a really steep hill that I'm on. And it goes uphill, just like all these. Look, every single one of these. Now look at the blockage, okay? There's no wind in here. It's really windy out there. I couldn't even turn my camera on until I came in the woods because it's so open. You see the axis? Look really carefully. And then look at this. All of these trees go up a really, really steep hill, especially these big ones. Another one there. All of them go up. I find that amazing. There's one that goes down right there. See that shit? That's the way. That probably fell naturally. That one. And they used it, the backside of it, and built off it. Look. Oh man, so what about that new world? You guys watch? I'm sorry. Watch the new Bigfoot World #2. It's the I'm getting like way more views on the first one, and I didn't think it was that good, to be honest with you. I mean, it was cool, but it's mostly just like me. But that little cave is kind of cool. That cave perch thing, and then, but #2, I start really showing you around that place, and I haven't even begun there. I don't even know if I can get back there. This is insane. See? Big end up. X right there. Everything's pushed up this giant hill. Look at the bends. There's another one there. I showed you these other ones, but look. There's one there. Those are twisted and bent. And all of these go and they meet at the top. So that's the other thing. Not only do they all get pushed uphill, but they all meet and tangle at the top. And there's a giant one. Look at that one that's across parallel. How did that not fall this way? That's them. It's pretty much common sense. You know, like when there's something that heavy and it starts to fall, like nothing's gonna stop that thing. How is it sideways? I'm telling you, this is their fences. It's a little bit wet, I have to be careful. That's twisted a long time ago. Steps around the side of the hill. This is cool up here. I'm really excited to go up here. I'm going up this hill no matter what. See this here? It's a mess. It's almost like in case someone did come up here. You know, that's how it's done. Here. That's all uphill. How could that many trees fall uphill? I don't believe it. I'd believe it if it was an open face to the lake, but inside the forest, it's so nice in here. All right, give me a minute. Let me get up here. I think I see footprints right there. Look at those little pine trees at the top. Forgive my breathing. Whew. Look, there's still hail up here. Tastes good. Wow. That's refreshing. Check this out. I'm telling you, I think they use these trails a lot, especially in a place like this, where you're always on the hill. You're always okay to walk here. Look, you can't really see it, but you can a little bit. There's a bend right next to it. They follow each other, and they both go uphill. And that one was right in front of it, protecting it. How was that? It was alive when it got broken. You can see the really cool. Their signature thing, they love to push them uphill. I think it's because it makes them level. I don't know. Like if they break it and go uphill, it'll become level. Look at this little top I found. At this top peak. Anybody home? Get a few goosebumps up here. Look at this. I can't see, so if it's stupid, sorry. I just want to be able to get a peek in there. With the pole. This is a good spot. What do we call this place? Reservoir Bigfoot. It's the first thing that comes to me. That's the name. Because if I overthink it, I think everything's stupid. Look at that. They are everywhere. This is another big find. I don't even know where to begin to look next. You know, like I'm going to look around in this forest today. But if I ever want to come back up here, this is a great place to have like the outing. You know, like I saw what Rio's doing. Honestly, he's selling tickets, and you know, I haven't talked to him about it yet, but you know, that's just not my thing. He's good with that. You know, that's where he's happy, honestly. Rio doesn't even want to hang out with just me. He wants to, you know, he would have been happy if there was 30 people there. You know, that's where he's good. I'm not quite sure that's the best idea. You know, you're sending out search parties, and I think this has to be more of an individualized. That's why I want to bring people out. I want to bring everybody, you know, but I think the right way, I'm almost sure, is to bring you out slowly. Do I go that way? And this would be a great place to have a small one. You know, like I want to put the right people together, good camp out. You know, we can have a couple extras. I mean, if there's guys that are like, listen, I'm shot, I'm old, I'm fat, or whatever the reason is, we still love you. And, you know, you could always hang at camp and, you know, you could cook some burgers, or if you just wanted to be out here, that'd be fine too. But as far as like most of the guys going out, I think it should be, you know, guys that are in shape so that we have teams and there's no problems. We'll have a couple radios. Look at this weird dome tree. So I'm just thinking about that a little bit for next summer and doing it right, you know. I don't think, no money, you know, no, I don't want it to be a paid thing because there's too many of us and then I'm liable. It's just going to be a bunch of friends hanging out camping. That's what it is. No one's getting paid for it. Unless you want to pay me 10 grand each and then I can get an insurance policy. Which I want to do. So I think that's an idea. Just let me know what you think. Look at this. It's very cool up here. So I guess this is kind of the beginning at the top. So I got to go back this way. Give me a minute. Wow, look at this spot. They always do this. You see how it's pulling down? They like to push down on the pine trees for some reason. I think it's because it supports it, but I notice that a lot. Look at this. That thing is, believe it or not, it's off the ground. Not even touching the ground. This is like a home up here. This is the top of this area. And it's really cool. See? It's pretty amazing. And then they got like if you think that's deadfall, I mean, just the one extra confirmation, even if you're like a major Bigfoot believer and you're still like, Mark, I like you, but I think you're wrong sometime. You know, I probably am a lot, but not when it comes to the structures. I have to tell you, you just have to trust me on this. I know, like I said, if it's this stick, I know if they did it. I don't know why, and I know they didn't do that one. So anyway, look. So the one extra coming through. It's so obvious. This is them up here. And like always, you know, slightly different. You know, their own little touch. There's gotta be something out up here somewhere. course, just wet enough to do that, right? These boots are not, I mean, they're like baby water resistant at best. I gotta find, see, I just can't do it. I can't spend, you know, I really need like a $300 pair of like hiking boots, but I'm just not, I can't spend the money on that. I just can't. And it's the most important thing I really need. I'm not asking for it, by the way. No one offered that. I just, you know, one day, maybe a Christmas present, I need the good shoes. It's a weird tree. Look at this. Look at this blind. Look at this whole place. It's like a giant wallow up here. You see this? See, there's another one. See how parallel it is? And the one in the back, and there's also another one right in there. Like right in there somewhere. I hear a hawk. I think it's baby hawks. Off in the distance, like in a nest somewhere. You see how they do this? I want you guys, like, I'm talking to the real deal people. The people that just get it 1,000% with the structures. Well, I know everyone gets that one. Where is it? See how it's tucked? I just want to make a point here. You know what I mean? So look around, right? Yeah, we know that's a hunting mountain. Wow. You definitely know, because look at that one stacked up there. Oh, it came from over there, but it was pushed over. Look, you can just tell. So what I was saying is, let's just say some hikers did make it up here. You know, you're walking through here, and you don't have your mind on Bigfoot. You know, look. One day I'm gonna take this pole and I'll do it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I am so good about not doing that, and I just did that. Sorry, guys. I fixed it. Another break there, right? So let me look. X up there. But the point I'm trying to make is, you can walk as a human right through this. All of this evidence. Look at this random aspen over here. Just right there. There's no other aspen. Like until you over there. So most of us, you see how blatant, basically what I'm trying to say is, you see how blatant that is to us? But to anyone else, they would just walk right through. They wouldn't even think about it. Look how that's all been pushed. That's all I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm tired today. I have no idea what I'm talking about. This is really cool up here. Real natural, you know, like work. Like they really seem to have done it, you know, discreetly. Like kind of blatantly and discreetly at the same time. You know what I mean? See how this is, it's like nothing pretty to look at, but you see how this is like in there? And then it's leans, there's just no way. Look. I wonder where they are. Mosquitoes. Hey, you should get paid for this just based on the amount of mosquitoes that you get bit every day. Like, who knows what those things have. That's why Rio's always sick. See that? I see it all the time with the two. All the time. Sometimes three. Sometimes 2 and 3 even. See this? When I say that, you guys, I'm just talking to myself. I'm like, do you see this? There you go, Dan. You happy? That's actually an awesome X right there. And then look, now I got walking. Now I got walking. I can't say what kind it is, but I'm just happy to see any kind of matted down stuff near their structures, their stuff. Look at that inside. Is that an inside? is a little bit weird, isn't it? That is really weird looking in there. It doesn't look that used, but it's really weird. Look at the vent. I'm trying to do the best I can with this camera. It's just not easy. I am getting better though, I think. I know that every video there's one spot where you're just like, what is it doing? Oh, this is like the ultimate Bigfoot spot to shoot. Like this is like something, you know, you'd see on the internet right here. Hold on. Oh, now they know I'm here for sure. Got a good zoom. Man, look at that. I mean, that's where I need to go. Oh my God. Gosh. Here comes the rain. See, I already know with that leaner. I just know. Look at that, how far that goes. See, I'm down like in peasant land, and there's where the king is right there. You know what I mean? How do you not... You know, I need to get to these places one day, you guys. This is not something that happens overnight. So I slowly, you know, all of this starts to add up. All of these investigations are adding up to me. You know, and one day soon, whether it be the end of this year or the beginning of next year, I'm going to start pushing into these areas with like insane dudes with me. And we're going to get to these spots like that, you know, up there where I know it's good. Some of these other spots that are right at tree line, I mean, it's so dense. And then as soon as tree line, it just stops. And it's incredible. Like, so that to me is where some of the big Sasquatch, you know, this is the type of place where you could hear a scream, you know, or howl, you know, like in the middle of the night. And I honestly want to know what my theory is. It's just a theory. With those recordings, some of those are legit. But I don't believe they're doing it. I think there's issues. I think that's a fighting thing. There's like, I don't know if it's territory. I don't know. I believe it's more sophisticated than just territory. It's something else. Like over beliefs or something. Good versus evil, who knows? Hey, check it out. It's like a peace sign. Natural peace sign. I believe that's done by these bugs that eat from the inside out. All right, now I'm a little bit frustrated because I know I can keep going through all this stuff, but my God, that's where I gotta go. Look at that. Sorry if I'm spending too much time on this, but I gotta take a look at this. Even if it's raining. That is a hidden... I'm telling you, not many people know that's there. You really don't know. It's all hidden by stuff, like by this mountain I'm standing on. There's these peaks, 1, 2, 3 in a row, and they're like strategically spread out. And I'll bet you each one of those is insane up there. Get out of here. I'm just looking for anything kind of unusual at the tops, you know, like that. I'm not saying that's not wind, but you see how old it is, and you see how perfectly straight it is. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's not wind, believe it or not. Look at that. Let's see if we can't get a shot up to this. Let's get an idea what that looks like up there. A lot of mosquitoes. I know I'm just looking at tops of trees, but sometimes, it's, you never know. Oh man, so as exciting as that is, it's actually a little depressing. So even if I was here, you can see there's water. I'm not going to zoom, but I can show you. I don't even know if I could cross right there or not. That's the type of water you definitely do not want to walk across, even if you're in waders, because you can get you know, quicksanded in there. I don't think it's necessarily technically quicksand, but it acts like just like it. And you never get out of that. Oh, wow. Okay. Man, do I got the spot. Look at this. I spotted this. It's hard, man. There's so much going on there. Wait till you see this. Look at that. I told you it's good over there. I'm going to say I told you so a lot. Look at that. That's an X. There's no doubt about it. There's a little kingdom right in there. Look at that. Get away from me. Look at that. That's a good spot right there. Wow, I wonder how long. See, let me tell you something. I've seen this, you guys, from distances. Not that much where you can see an X that far away. And that one to me is there's no doubt in my mind what that is. And that's showing long distance, like, you know, that's a special spot. Those guys, that's like the boss over there. Okay, just making this up, but I think I'm right. And that's a great spot. I got to get to that spot one day. I'll never forget where that is, actually. Got to get there. That is something special. And you see how it peeks out, like at the top of there. I have no idea where I am. What is that? I've been bit at least 6 times just on this clip, even with off on. Alright, so there it is. I mean, you know, right behind that X is just insane. And then, of course, right there, there's a peak. That's got to be good over there. You know, how do I do it all? Sorry. I'm getting bit. Like, literally eaten alive. Gotta move. Over now. You know, one can only assume that these guys on this hill that I'm on, this is their place, and over there is that guy's place, and over there is that guy's place. That's the boss over there. Like, because look, you see that X, and look at the aspen twisted around it. Okay, you can barely see it, and it's, I think, facing that forest. So it's for something coming this way out of that forest. That's to talk to other Sasquatch. Look at it's grabbing at the top too. It's pretty amazing. And then I didn't think much of it. Then I saw another one right there. You know, and I was just thinking, I was like, wow, they're marking, they're like talking to this side. I'm telling you, it's all internal. It's all, there's so many. There's a whole world of them up here. I wish I could kind of, it doesn't matter. I wish I could kind of put into words what I really mean, just how insane it really is. It's just, you know, these vibrations, whatever, how they can all be in there, you know, and we can't see them. It's just a tough thing for humans to get to grasp. Which is a good thing, because someone else would have done this. Just heard a big bang. Thump. A thumping. I don't know if the camera heard that. It wasn't close. So I do have walking through here. It's not a... Ooh. What is, oh, I thought it was a snake. Look. See. There is walking through here. But it's not like an insane amount. This clearly goes to some other section. X right there. Weird up here. Nothing too exciting, sorry. But, you know, a learning experience nevertheless. looks like a little wallow type of thing up here too. Anywhere you got this little, you know, this 360, there's always, they've been here at some point. Look at the bins. Time is it? Yeah, time flies in here. Just seeing if I would make a footprint there. A little bit, sort of. Man, I can't get my brain off of over there. I'm like freaking out about that spot with that X. That X is just, oh my God, you guys don't understand. When you see that from a distance like that, it's rare. It means goodness. It means that place is sick in there. So I gotta come back. The only hard part, see all the little work? Like you guys, I'm not wasting your time. Like, you got 2 leaners to your left. Look at this. Little tiny bend. There's all kinds of work going on up here, but nothing crazy, which tells me they come hang out here, you know. This isn't where they live, but it could be down in there somewhere. All right, over now. I'm sorry, today is horrible for me, my commentary. I apologize. I'm so tired. I'm not making much sense today. Cool. Yeah, I can't get my mind off of that X I zoomed on. I'm freaking about that. I gotta go over there. You know, that's how you find the sick place. Like, you know, I got, this was kind of cool, whatever, right? But I found that X. Oh my God. I gotta get over there somehow. Look how they block. So something comes up this hill, probably deer or something. And it's just clearly, you know, blocked off and marked. Over now. So guys, that's ants. Okay. When I see a grave, I know what a grave is. Now, you know, if you really look at that grave closely, of course you'll see a couple ants. It's loose dirt. They make homes, but this is actually all ants. So I was checking out this like cool blind in here. Man, they're really discreet here. You can see how flat. Look at this. I'm not going to go in there, but there's like a whole thing going on in there. This place is weird. I can't really figure it out. Probably a bear. I haven't seen any remains of a bear at all. But look, that's what that looks like to me. I would love to see a bear up there. I've never seen one. I just want them to be right there. I'm not afraid of them at all. Animals sense that, by the way. Dogs, especially wild animals, they sense, they know fear, and they know if you're scared. And they, I mean, and I'm not saying every single time, I mean, that's gonna keep you from dying, but I don't know, I'm not worried. All else fails. I got my Taurus. I would never shoot him anyway, but I could, you know, put a round next to him. The impact of a bullet next to you is enough to usually deter anything. This is really weird. Look at those 2 giant leaners. Wow, that's pretty. Okay, I've been looking for something. I'm happy to have found this. Look at that. That is, I gotta get rid of this stick. That is them. Look at this swallow. Look at this. Look at this thing. It's got 3 actual trees growing on it. It's amazing. They do that. I tell you, a lot of other people believe it too, that these are run-ups. I think they are in some cases. But I'll tell you, if something does climb up that at some point, a baby, whatever, they certainly don't use any kind of claws or nails, because there's no signs of anything or any marks going up there. Look, they added a new one. So they've obviously been here for a long, long time. And they keep adding. They could put another one in this year. Here's this year's. I'm not kidding. This other path I found. Look at these wallows in here. What does that mean? What is that? What are they doing there? There's multiple next to each other, so I think it's different guys in their own little thing. Here's the back side of the other one, so you can't see. A clear spot there. Look how clean it is in here. I don't get it. Right there. There. There's no doubt about it. Those are their 2 sticks right there. That's a big tree there, up in the air. And you gotta look really carefully in here, it's crazy. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I am. Look at that. There is no end for that, you guys. There's an old rotten tree, that's all you're seeing. There's no way that thing has been put there. Was it from there? Like that's insanity right there. Oh yeah, I got X's and bends and blinds all the way up. I wonder why. In this situation. This is brand new. I'm talking like yesterday. Brand new. It's not even, needles aren't even falling off. See that? This one breaks, comes this way. Over top of that one. It doesn't come from anywhere. Pretty amazing. It's like a whole little world in there. Look at that X. That is a beautiful X right there. I didn't even see it. Alright, came back to when I first got to the top of this peak. I think I was showing you that stuff from the other side. Oh, did it suck. Because I did it twice. I went all the way that way, and all the way down. I realized going down is almost impossible, so I ended up going across and back up. Which is kind of worth it though, because look at this thing. So here's this, in other words, I went right. Now I'm going to go left. Beautiful X. This looks pretty active. trident type stuff up top. And it's the beginning of this hill. Isn't that cool? How they mark that? See? Like it's just leaner. And this is where you would enter the hill. And it's definitely been, that's an amazing U or V or whatever you want to call that triangle. I keep thinking I'm hearing whistles, but I think because it's so far away, and I think it's, like I said, these hawks, these baby hawks. You can clearly tell when they're close enough because they do. It's a high pitched, where the whistles are really. Wow, did they really mark this or what? This is the best spot yet, practically. Look at that. You can't even tell that that's there. It's amazing how the wind does that too, right? It only does it where you can't see it without trying to find it. Look, I just came out of. You cannot see it. Look how long that thing is. I got incredible bends right there and below. It's a hawk. I can hear them. It's over that way. It's like they got a nest or something over there. Look at that X. Another one. This is wild. I mean, this is just wild. That is clearly marking, you know, that part of the hill. And you guys, you know, you can just see, tell by looking here, it's not for people. You know, that's a mark to other Sasquatch right there. Big time. I tell you, based on what I see there, I would have thought it'd be more impressive, like structure-wise back there. But there's definitely stuff going on all the perimeters of this little openness. It's bizarre. It looks like an aspen, doesn't it? I swear it looks like an aspen tree that has pine branches. Is it just me? What's going on there? I'm not kidding. It looks like a... What's up, buddy? It's a cool squirrel. What's up with that? Look, there's an aspen. There's an aspen. That's a pine. You can barely even see it. See? Pine, aspen. It's almost the same exact color. Yet it has pine. I don't know what's going on there. And this is a great little spot right here. I'm wondering if the main spot's not more right here than it was where I was. Does it really matter? Not really. Path. Wait a minute. Man, I've been following these just amazing trails. Look at that thing. And I turned this on because I want to show you this tree. I don't know if I've ever even seen this before. This tree is huge. It'd probably be a lot that big if there wasn't so many fires here. Look at the size of this thing. Leaner on it. Of course there's a leaner on it. Look at that footprint. Is that a footprint? I don't know what it is. On the other side, just like that. Look, see how I am? That's what they do. They don't always have these giant strides. It's like, if someone finds footprints, it's like it has to have this giant stride or it's not a Bigfoot. It's like, sometimes they just walk like regular people. They don't have to do anything crazy all the time. Alright, this is pretty amazing. Bear with me. All right, so you got your bend. Really crazy aspen back there. More of that brown stuff. Like a nest. What is that? Leaner, right? And look at the size of that thing. I wish I could show you how big that really is. That scared the heck out of me. That bird. It looked like a cloaked one moving. This is something about this spot. It's a big jay. Huh, why are they flying in? Another one there. Here. Man, that's going to be loud when that comes down one day. I'll bet you they would never push that one down. Oh. That was a real whistle. I swear. There we go. You hear that? It could be a bird. Hold on. Responding to it. That might have been them. Something happened when I walked into that. That is an incredible piece of lumber right there. I mean, it's so marked here, it's crazy. What about that nest up in the... There's like some kind of like big brown nest up there. I just got whistles up there. I think it's on camera. That's true. That's right through there. Oh man, I was gonna leave. I'm making my way out. I'm actually above. I walked in that way. Way lower. I'm above where I walked down a few hundred yards. See if it's a bird. Typically they don't stop doing it. Man, something about that opening over there. Give me a minute. So these are the like internal Bigfoot highways, I call them. I see it too much. It's these amazing hidden from everything highways in the middle of the woods, and they go forever. And it just goes forever and ever. And sometimes through the most hectic stuff, you can just go right through the trail. Where are you? Tony, something was throwing something too before. It wasn't coming anywhere near me, but I kept hearing it like, and it was saying like, it's still 150 feet away from me. It could have been a busy squirrel, but you guys see the pine cone throwing video I have on Patreon. I might release some of that stuff on in the wintertime or something when I'm out doing other stuff. It's up to the Patreon people. When I post a video there, I've been doing most of the full videos on YouTube, guys, because I don't want to just cut people off, but pretty soon that's the road it's going down. I have too much. It's too hard to communicate with everybody, and the people that really care, can afford $1 to come to Patreon, or $1 million. Actually, if you could do $1 million, then we can. No one else has to pay. That'd be great. I'm just teasing. All right, let me get out of here. I came right to where my whistles were. Something just moved out of here. The amazing part is because you can tell because it just rained. And it's happened since it rained. Look at that. That's just one, let me my screen back. One footprint right there. And they keep going that way. Look, it was right here. These wallow areas. Like this could be home. Look at that. It's just perfectly flat and smushed through here. He actually looks like he turned there, stood there, came back out. Probably stood there, saw me, was like whistled. And he came this way just now. Look. I'm not joking. It's just from now. There's no way it's coming through. Why would a four-legged animal, like it's flat? So it's all flat. He wouldn't want to keep going over all this stuff on the Bigfoot trails. Wow, that was cool. Alright, let me figure out how to get out of here. Not hard to believe they come down by the reservoir. There's a blind right in there. You could just go sit in there. Nothing would ever see you. Look. Or is that to watch? Look at that, that's the forest I was just in. It's an amazing forest. Came, to see what's walking through here. Let's go check out this reservoir. All driftwood. Driftwood is really pretty, can be really pretty. Look at that blind. Alright, so this may not seem Bigfoot related, but it kind of is. Oh good, I was going to cut the fence and come through, and the guy that does the maintenance is there, see? Phew, thank God I didn't do that. Because I kind of want to go down here. See, I don't think they come down to the, and if they did, because normally it's up to there, the water. This is really down right now, I don't know why. Let me click on when I get over there. See, they're just so careful. Gotta talk before it gets windy again. I got something, like four-legged walking there, but I mean, nothing Bigfoot related coming down to the edge at all. But no big surprise. I mean, I don't have moose. I don't have anything else really. It looks like, is that a dog? Deer. I think I see footprints. It looks like a kid and a dad or something. Look. Looks like the kid just stood right there. But nothing. They just don't come out of there for this. They don't need, they have these little streams that come out. They're just not stupid like that. I know it happens, but I don't ever see that. That's from me. Yeah, that's me. You can see campers coming in, see? It'd be cool if that guy watched my videos. He's like, dude, that's me. I mean, if you had a kayak or whatever, you'd be the only one out there. There's got to be some monster trout in there. You're a trout fisherman. So, wow, it's really slippery down here. So I got a bunch of four-legged. I think that's a dog. He's got some big claws, but I think it's because it's so soft there. That's for me coming in. Alright, so that's all. Coming out. I'm on the Bigfoot Highway. There's something above me. He's been following me the whole time above me. So blatant. He's up there. Look at these trails through here. I came back in. I went to the river, down to the reservoir, and I was like, you know what? I saw this like amazing structure. And I just started following it back uphill. I should have went out way back there. So I went this way now. Past my bike this way. So I'm willing to almost believe that was game, you know, because where Bigfoot, they smush it. That looks to me like it got kicked, you know. His back heel was like, keek. But look, this is really good right here. Yeah, you can just tell. It's just them. It's like they make it their world, you know. They have these big. That's all I'm on right now. That's all I'm convinced, 100%. That this is just a network in here of, you know, of ways to travel. From one place to another. Oh, and I know, mark my words. I don't know when it's going to be, but I will find it. I'll find one of them up here. There's got to be a spot here that's so good. That's crazy. There's got to be. If you can hear that car, I'm actually getting close to the dirt road, but I'm up on this hill. That's really cool. That's more smushed. That's more like different. I'd probably just sit here and like to hear the dirt road. Look at that. I'm telling you, that's what I'm going to call it, Bigfoot Highway. Because that's all it is. I could walk forever through this crazy deadfall and pushed over stuff on their trails. It's incredible. You know, the other incredible thing is, like, I drop something, they find it. You know, even if it's in tall grass, they know it's there. It's like, you know, it's like not hard to believe they know the trail cam's there, and they give it back to me, which tells me there's a friendship there. You know, they wouldn't put give me two compasses that we lost back. These are other people's. I don't use compasses, but, you know, unless they cared about me. It's not to do it because they don't like me, right? So there's got to be some kind of a good rapport there of some sort, that they're actually willing to find that and give it back to me. I've actually asked them to give me stuff back, and they have too, which is amazing. All right, over and out.